Se você deseja consultoria de qualidade, vem para o time Music.
What's up guys, and welcome to another video. As you can tell from the beautiful backdrop behind me, we are in Marbella once again. And since we're here, it's only right that we meet up with Dorian once again and get that leg session done. I'm going to finish the summer off right. You guys really enjoyed the video I did with him 2 months ago.
Come on, power! Count, up the chest, come on.
We did chest, we did biceps. I swerved the leg day, but now there's no avoiding it. It's time to get nasty, it's time to get dirty. Let's get it done.
This is a fucking leg day. Push! Squeeze! Push! Squeeze it up. Good set, mate.
My legs would be like that.
Yeah, feel them up, pull up, pull up, pull up. And you can show all your friends on YouTube, look how much weight I got on here.
So everything today I've planned, got my meals in. I've made sure not to eat too close to this workout because I don't want to be sick. That's the last thing I want, to be honest. So I had a big breakfast. That was about 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago. Most of that is digested. I also had a rest day yesterday, so that I'm 100% fresh and up for this session. Also had a good night's sleep last night. So honestly, I'm ready to rock. No excuses. Back
What's
again.
up, man? What's up?
All good.
Back for the real shit this time, man.
Yeah, the last session was just a warm-up. This is gonna get...
Chest and bicep, this is a fucking leg day. So this is men's from boys, boys from men workout. This really separates the hard workers from the pumpers, okay? It's not gonna be long, man. I mean, that's what you always gotta keep in mind. This isn't gonna last long.
Yeah.
But it requires 100% when you're doing it, yeah?
Yeah, dig deep.
But keep in mind it's not going to last long. And the psychology behind this. Let's say we're doing an exercise, which we will, we're going to start with leg extensions. But whatever exercise it is, if I say to you, man, we're going to do 3 or 4 sets heavy to failure. I don't care what your conscious is saying. Your subconscious is in control at the back.
Yeah.
Subconscious is saying, fuck that, I got 4 sets to do. I'm going to hold a little in reserve on this set, because I know I got more to do. And if I don't hold reserve, I'm going to die. So let's remove that. There is no second set. There's only warm-up sets and all-out sets. And if you do an all-out set on a exercise to failure, and I can see that you've gone to failure, there is no point doing anything more, yeah? All we're going to do is then basically, shooting a dead horse. We're going to put more stress on top of your body, which it doesn't require, because you've sent the message already, yeah? That's how you recover. Intensity, short, hard workouts, and mentally, if you know, listen, I got 1 set, all out, everything, and then I'm moving on. It's easier to handle mentally as well. So I'm letting you know, if you do 1 set to failure on each exercise, we're moving on. If I think you haven't done it, you're doing another one, yeah? So it's up to you, man.
And it works, because after the last session I did with him, my chest and my biceps were sore for 3 days. They didn't
because you got muscle damage, especially from the lowering, the negative of the weight. You're creating muscle damage. Muscle damage has to be repaired, creating muscle growth. Very simple, guys, yeah? We can make any subject as simple or as complicated as you want. I'm trying to make it simple. And the guys that want to sell you things, want to sell you something different. So it's going to be different and complicated. They're selling you bullshit, and I'm selling you the truth, right? They don't have anything to gain or lose by this. I'm already 6 times Mr. Olympia, so I'm going to tell you how to do it most efficiently, quick way, okay? We're going to do some mobility and warming up, stretching to start, yeah?
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to show you a new one I learned recently off a friend of mine that does a lot of rehab and physio work on Instagram. Nah, it's not necessary today. What we're going to do is a deep squat near to a back wall, yeah? And when we do this, we're going to keep the feet straight, yeah? Mine naturally tend to, that's me. Well, I'm going to put it in the correct position there, yeah? Relax into the deep squat.
That's good mobility. That's better than me.
I'm going to do this. My shoulder was hurting 3 weeks ago. Yeah. It's not now because this. It's going to stretch all from the shoulder down to the hip and glutes, and it's going to correct and stretch the fascia, okay? I'm going to be in this position, put my spare hand in the middle there, hold that stance, and you can feel the shoulder, you feel the bottom of your glutes stretching. I'm just going to sit there for 2 minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
A little bit closer, a little bit straighter with the toes. Okay, get yourself so you relax there. Heels down,
my abilities.
Heels down, heels down. All right, give me this arm, huh? Straight, upper body straight. This hand you can put in the middle there. Sit, relax, breathe. If it gets a bit loose, you can move this up a bit, do it. Stretch around here, yeah? And you just relax, breathing, yeah? Breathing, that's it. Move about if you want. If you feel something a little bit, needs moving or something, you'll feel it. So tighten that area. Concentrate on it. Breathe. Bring oxygen.
How often are you stretching a day?
Every day I do this.
How long?
2 minutes aside, 4 minutes. Then I do a bit more. I do about 10 minutes a day, you know, to keep it moving. I'll show you a few more in a minute. I just want to do this as I find it really good, because we tend to, especially as bodybuilders, trying to isolate. Actually, you know, your body's a one unit. So if we're tight around the hips, we say, oh, let's stretch around the hips, let's work the hips. But it could be the whole body. It could be coming from the shoulder down, you know, down there. So let's try and loosen up the whole body. Okay, let's switch the arms then. Sit your butt down, man. That's it, lean back into it. That's it, breathe. Push back into that wall with your shoulder. That's it, push the glutes down.
What were you doing back in the day before a leg session?
Stretching, tomplats, hurdler stretch, hamstring stretch, quad stretch. Well, I tend to do the static stretching more after a workout these days. This is a whole body loosen up, then I'm going to do some mobility movement stuff with you. Rather than static stretching, that's better after the workout, because it can decrease your power a little bit. Okay, good?
Yeah.
Do a little stretch up like that, just. So I'm going to do a little bit of movement for lower back now. Arms here. Legs together. Heels on the floor. Let me show you first, mate, because otherwise I'm going to knock into you. So, to the side. To the side. 6 either side, yeah. Then we go here. Lock this core. Then we'll try with the legs straight.
So it's 666?
Yeah, mark of the beast. Good. Okay. Good? Yeah, good mobility, man. Core stuff as well, this. Stretch. Okay.
That was good. I used to do them back in the day for core.
Yeah. It's core, but it's, you know, it's working around your lower back and everything, and then the glutes, warming that up. Yeah. So we'll start with the first one now.
Good stretch on this machine.
That's great. Don't feel it on your knees either, just quads.
I hate when some of the gyms, they give you like half the range of motion. I can't.
Well, a lot of gyms, the leg extensions are not good. In that case, I just do it as a light warm up and I don't go heavy. Sometimes you feel it on the knees, so this one is great. Let's put a little weight on for the first set, yeah? 12 reps, yeah? 2, 5, 6. Perfect. Don't sit on there, get off. Walk around a little bit, yeah? If you sit still, you delay the recovery because you're just sitting there and letting all the waste sit in your legs. And if you move around a little bit and breathe, it's tempting to sit still or lie down, of course, but it's not the best thing to do. You know? I tell people, walk down to the bottom of the gym and walk back. Yeah. So they're moving and they don't want to do it, but it helps them recover. All right, so we did one, nice and light to warm up. Second set now, 12 reps, yeah? Same form, squeeze the quads, yep. 3, 4, push, 9, push, 10, 2 more, right up, come on. 11, this one, squeeze, oh, yes, nice. All right, how's that feeling?
Yeah, it's getting harder.
You got 3.5 there, so.
You can spot me on this one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Fucking keep you on there until you're dead, mate. No escape. Well, it's one set. How bad can it be?
I much prefer to do this than like an hour of non-stop like CrossFit horrible circuits.
It depends what results you want, you know?
Yeah.
Training is specific. This is bodybuilding. Maximum muscle mass. That's what it is.
Yeah.
CrossFit's CrossFit. It's a bit of cardio with functional skilled movements, which mostly just gets people injured because they can't do the movements properly and then they're running around trying to do it too fast. So chiropractor's best friend, CrossFit. Yeah. And cardio is not necessary to do all that time, as we were discussing earlier on. If you just want to get cardio fitness, I'll challenge anyone. My cardio fitness is as good as anyone that spends hours a week, and I do 10 minutes a week. Yeah. That's it. If I want to go ride my bike for an hour or two, I'll go ride it, but don't really consider it a workout. It's just, you know, general activity. 1 rep, perfect, followed by 1 rep, perfect, and that's the way we go. Don't think about how many numbers we're going to do. 1 at a time, perfect, man. I'm watching. If you need any help, I'm here anyway. So just go for it, mate. Yeah? 1 at a time. Up and squeeze. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3. All yours. Easy. Come on. 9. Come on. And again. All the way to the top. 10. All yours. Start working. Come on. Push. 1. Push. 2, and again. Push. 3, 2 more. Push. Squeeze. Come on, let's start working. Push. Squeeze. And again. Squeeze. Push, 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 push. One more. Push. Lock it out. Squeeze it up. Squeeze it up. Squeeze it up. One more. You've got it. You've got it. Come on. Squeeze it up. Squeeze it up. Squeeze it up. Squeeze it up. Push. Push. Slowly down. Yes. Nice. Good job, man. Pretty high reps. 17, 18 reps. We could have gone a little heavier, but good. Push to failure. That's the main thing. Next time, if you're coming, go up, yeah?
Yeah. Do you always start with quads? Like when you're like pre-Olympia training?
Always. And when you get on here, you're going to know why. Because if you start with leg press or squat, it's involving everything, you know? Involving your hamstrings, your glutes, your quads all together. Now when you do it, because your quads are pre-exhausted and your glutes and hamstrings are relatively fresh, you're going to get more out of this as far as quad work. You're going to feel this a lot more, and we're not going to need to warm up so much. 1 or 2 sets to warm up and all in, yeah? Yeah. Set back rest down. We've got an adjustment here, yeah? So if you're going to have it jacked up right up here, that means your quads are going to hit your rib cage before you got range of motion, and you can show your friends on YouTube, look how much weight I got on here. But we want it down here. Maximum range of motion, okay?
What's your views on like the 45-degree one versus like the pendulum one? I
mean, there's so many different machines on the market. It depends on the particular machine. But for me, I feel that this works better. Again, it can vary from one machine to another. You could have one 45-degree that's not very well made and a pendulum that is. So, well, just generally speaking, I prefer this machine. So warm up with 6, yeah? Okay, so we got the backboard down as low as possible so we can get a good range of movement, yeah? So come down as far as you can without rotating your pelvis out of the seat, yeah? They'll get to some point where you can't really come down anymore with the quads. So if you try to come down more, what happens is
lower back.
There's a rotation on the pelvis, which is not going to do anything more for your quads, but it's going to put strain on your lower back area. So keep that tucked tight into the seat. Come down as far as you can without rotating out, and that's your range. Yeah? And it's going to vary from one person to another. Just saying this for all you YouTube experts on there, is going to make some comment no matter what we do.
If you're doing a leg press and you're getting a back pump, you're not doing it properly.
Okay, tight in there, man. Let's get this motion going, yeah?
Foot positioning.
12 reps, knees over feet. Nice and tight on the way down, and then blast up. Control and push. 1, 2, 4. Come on. 5. Push. 10. 2 more. And push. 1 more. Push. Okay. Good. How's that feel?
Yeah. You
feel more on your quads than you would normally, right? And you probably have to take 1 or 2 sets to warm up just to get to this point, you know? Well, we don't need to do that because we already warmed on there.
I'm surprised how warmed up my body is going straight into this weight.
Yeah.
That's ready.
I mean, you know, more warm-ups you got to do. And don't misunderstand me, you need to do warm-ups, yeah? But if you do excessive warm-ups, you're just wasting your time and energy that could be put into going to failure. We're totally warm now. You warmed your quads on here. Okay, on here, we're bringing in the glutes, we're bringing the hamstrings. So we've done 1 set extra to warm up. Now you're as warm as you're going to get. So we're just going to go in and do the work now, yeah? So I'm guessing, let's go 8. 2 more aside, yeah? Right, this is just my guess, mate. So if you want something more, let me know. I'm not letting you go anything less, but
I think this will be...
Yeah, okay. So thinking about it, yeah? Tight on the way down, breathing in. Don't lock it out with that amount of force, obviously, just turn it off at the end. But to get yourself out the hole, imagine compressing, and breathe out, obviously, with the weights. Huh? And what I'm going to do at some point where it looks like you're failing, I'm going to ask you to lock out at the top. Take 2 or 3.
It's a bit like a rest pause.
Yes, exactly. And squeeze out a couple more, yeah? Don't forget, 1 set, right? Do it right and it's finished. Don't do it right and we're coming back, so it's up to you, man. Let's do it, come on. Just a minute or 2 minutes out of your life, man. You're not gonna die, and if you do, you won't know about it, so it's all good. All right, come on. Tight. Your weight, control, power. Whoosh, come on then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, grind it up. Power, let's go. Whoosh. And again, yours, man, come on. Push, 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 one more, come on. Do it. Push, 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 push. At the top, breathe in. Breathe deep breaths and dip, come on. Strong legs. Push. One more, come on. Push, 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 push. Push, push. Want to grab that side, mate? I think that was failure. Good job, mate. Good
Fucking
job,
hell, that was a grinder.
Yeah, could have done a bit of spotter on the other side for that.
Jesus.
Good job, mate. Good job. Okay, this is where you want to walk down to the bottom of the gym and back, slowly.
Jesus, the pump is very real. Very real. I can't even walk properly.
The bigger the muscles
actually
in action, the more oxygen required. So if you're working glutes and quads and hamstrings, biggest muscles in the body, you're going to use a lot of oxygen. So there's going to be a lot of oxygen debt after the set, meaning you have to rest longer on legs than you would on chest or delts or something like that. Back would be a big body part, you might have to rest a bit more there, but legs, definitely the longest rest period. Use your judgment. You want to be going into the next set feeling that you can go to muscular failure. If you're breathing really heavy and you rush into the next set, you're going to fail because cardiovascular rather than muscular. So sorry I can't give you a precise time because it varies from one to another. You've got to do a bit of your own judgment here. Yeah. You know you've been working good, mate, when just unloading the machine is the hard work. Yeah?
It's actually
Well,
like...
you should be able to unload your own fucking machine, yeah? Gym etiquette. Some people don't understand. Put your weights away after you've used them. It's polite. Okay, let me show you what we're doing on here, yeah? Find your foot position. It's going to be dependent on your leg length, but generally we're going close, yeah? Toes a bit out like that. We're going to go down deep here. Medialis. Lateralis, yeah? First set's a feeler, warm up when you're ready, mate. If you need a bit more rest, you take it, man, you know? Quality of sets, yeah? We're not doing cardio here, we're not rushing around, yeah? Each set has to count. If you're doing bodybuilding to build muscle, do specific bodybuilding training to build muscle.
Yeah.
If you want to do cardio, do cardio. If you want to get a bit of muscle and a bit of cardio, then yeah, knock yourself out, do CrossFit, run around. It's good if that's what you want, yeah?
I noticed doing at least like one HIIT session a week. That helps massively with the conditioning and your ability to recover from these sets.
Yeah, exactly that, yeah.
Like when I was in my prime of doing the HIIT sessions, I could do a set of heavy squats and I'd be good to go again.
Yeah, but your recovery ability, because your cardio, yeah. So it's important to do some cardio exercise, but it's not...
Don't want to overdo it till fucking...
It's not walking on the treadmill reading your phone. That's called masturbation, not training, yeah. Okay, man, come on then. Control, deep, arse on the floor, 10 reps, yeah. Push. 1. Push. 2. 6. Squeeze it up. Safe. Bracket, nice. So we're doing one more set, yeah?
Yep.
Your call, man, what do you think? 3? Or is it going to be too much?
3 plates. We are.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could go back in the day to your prime, who would be your perfect leg training partner from somebody else who also in their prime? Who would you want to train with?
I don't really know, because like when you get to the pro level, everyone's got their own kind of way of doing things and their own personality. So generally for me, it was better to train with somebody that was trying to learn off me.
Yeah.
Because I want to do what I want to do, which is specifically for me maybe. Yeah. And the other guy is happy to follow along because he's going to learn in the process. Where if you're both pros, maybe you've got you've got your own goals and your own so on. So the only 2 guys I trained with was Chris Cormier I trained with a couple of times, and Kevin Lavone I trained with.
Yeah.
Kevin we did back and Chris we did legs. So those are the two pros that I train with, and both those guys, you know, they will go for it. Yeah, they were pushing. Chris was a bit shocked on the legs because his body just wasn't used to it, so he threw up.
Oh man, making the place look untidy.
But you know, he came, he gave it, and afterwards he said, "I thought I was training hard, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
Now I know because it's that extra little bits." Extra squeeze at the top, extra lowering, extra 1 rep extra. Those are the little things, the little bit extra every time that makes the difference, yeah? That's the difference between a productive workout and just maintaining workout. Those two guys that I train with, obviously I train with Mike Mensa, but coach, student, I didn't train with him. He was coaching, I was the student. And we did legs, but we did it on the Nautilus equipment and leg extension, leg press. It was a double leg machine they called, but at that point I was so strong that I could get like 40, 50 reps out and it wasn't really productive. But I enjoyed, you know, Mike was my hero when I started. He's a thinker, he's an intelligent guy, and I like to think a lot, think things through as well, so we had that in common. He challenged me to, you know, think about my training more and maybe cut back on the volume a little bit more, which I did. So that was the most like a learning experience. Usually it was guys in the gym that, you know, people watch Blood and Guts and, oh, that guy was great, your coach.
Who was it? Was that Leroy?
Leroy, yeah, but he was my friend and what we call in those days a training buddy.
He's a good hype man.
Yeah.
Did you like the shouting and the screaming? Did it help?
I like energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't really need anyone to tell me to do one more because I'm going to try anyway. But shouting or no shouting, it's about the energy, it's about the hype, and some people bring that energy without a lot of volume, which is, I'm like that. I keep it quite contained. I might make a bit of noise, but I'm not really into the theatrics, if you like.
I'm more contained as well. I had a few training partners who, they were good energy, good hype men.
But the shouting, it kind of went in the background a little bit. You know?
He zoned up.
Yeah, all right, I'm going to get somebody. I want to get somebody on this side. I don't want to get stuck like last time, eh?
Yeah, that leg press was a bit of a shock. I think that was a tiny bit too heavy for me. And on that last rep, it was gone. Like, everything was gone. I was like, right, Dorian, I need a spot now. But obviously, it was heavyweight. Couldn't pull that up by himself. I thought it was going to crush me, but luckily he didn't. But that's one of the reasons why we're doing stuff like this. It's good to have a training partner. You do not want to get stuck.
Can you help me when you're finished?
The bottom of these hack squats. Or leg presses.
Okay, look, got a lady there, mate.
Yes.
Better not fuck about, yeah? Come on, this is it. Push. Power legs. Push. 2. Power. 3. Push. 7. Start working. Push. 8. And again. Push. 9, again. All yours, all yours. 2 more. You got 2 there in the bag. Let's do it. Push, 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 push. And again. Push, 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 push. Breathe in, 2 breaths. And go. 2 reps. Push, 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 push. 1 more, last one. Straight down, let's do it. Push, 1 more, last one, everything. Push, 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 push. Okay, good. Grazie. Grazie. Good set, mate, good set.
That was all on the quads as well.
We've done 1 set of leg extensions to failure, 1 set of leg press to failure, 1 set of hack squats to failure. 3 sets to failure. So what we'll do now?
I say, because of comparing it to my previous leg sessions.
Yeah.
I know that's going to fuck me in a good way. I'm going to be sore.
Yeah, next time,
but like,
increase the weight.
I was saying to him, if you coached me on legs every week, my legs would be like that.
Well, I did it with Dan Christian because his upper body was great and his legs were behind. So I said, don't come in. Just see me once a week for legs. I think he came 6 or 7 weeks in a row. Friday was leg day. Every Friday I pushed him to the absolute limit. Every Friday he threw up. But he's put about 1 inch on his legs in like 6 weeks. It's unbelievable, like boom. Because we're just focusing on that. And sometimes what I was saying, don't come to see me on the other days, because even just maintain your upper body and let's concentrate on increasing your legs. Therefore your proportions are going to be more balanced. The lesson to be learned there is you don't necessarily need to go to absolute failure, beyond failure on every single body part.
Yeah.
It's very taxing on your nervous system as well. Yeah. By the way, you can't do this continuously. 6 weeks maybe. You need to take a couple of weeks lighter. Let your nervous system recuperate. Let your joints recuperate. High reps. Maintenance training, have fun, maybe take a week off, and then boom, cycle back in again.
At what point of a lifter's career could they start to incorporate this style of training? So obviously a beginner shouldn't really be doing this. Or someone
Well,
who's had
a
bit of
beginner simply,
time off. All they need to do is lift up weights.
a beginner has to learn the exercises to do it correctly. So that's one thing. But a beginner can train to failure after some break-in period. They could train to failure and they will recover quicker than you because they can't actually generate that much intensity. So even though they're going to failure, it's not that taxing on their body. Yeah? When an experienced bodybuilder who's got years of training under his belt and he's got that mind-muscle connection and his muscles are bigger and he's lifting more weight. So your legs are bigger and stronger than when you started training, correct?
Yeah.
Your nervous system is the same nervous system, correct or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's correct. So your nervous system is not any more efficient or stronger than it was on day one, but your ability to stress your body is much greater.
Yeah.
So we used to be told when you're a beginner you do X amount, when you get advanced you do more. It's the opposite. The science says it's the opposite. As you get more advanced, bigger and stronger, you need to do less training and less volume because you can't recover from it. And if you can't recover, you can't grow. Something to think about for people there. This makes sense.
I get a lot of people as well, they ask me like, oh, when I'm training legs, I always halfway through a session, I feel lightheaded, I feel sick. And I tell them, I'm like, well, so do I.
Yeah.
I think if you push yourself, ultimately you're going to feel like that to some extent.
Or you could play pool. I heard if you play pool, you don't get sick and nauseous. It's fun. Have a break, mate. We'll do some hamstrings, yeah?
Yeah. Romanian deadlift.
Yeah, stiff leg. We're going to do this one first. You know, same format as the quads.
Yeah.
Do the isolation first. Do this one afterwards. Right?
When you trained your legs back in the day, did you ever have like, oh, okay, so this session is going to be more quad dominant, or this session is going to be more hamstring, or was it literally leg day? I'm just going to do everything.
It was leg day, the whole thing. But I do the quads first, and that's what I'm thinking about when I'm coming on doing. Think about the quads because it's the most exhausting, and probably for me that was a bit more priority than the calves and hamstrings.
They were always.
I haven't trained my calves for over 20 years, mate. Could still win the Olympia calf competition right now. So I put that at the end. I'm still going to train them hard, but my mental and physical energy is not going to be at the peak at the end. Maybe it's 90%, but I had strong calves, so that was enough. If I didn't have strong calves, I would position them probably on another day.
Yeah.
Away from the quads.
Yeah.
I could do them first, but I think if you do your calves first and you got a pump, it's going to interfere with your squatting or leg press. So I'd advise doing it on another day if it's a weak point. Weak points should always be done when the mental and physical energy is high, and that's what you should be concentrating on.
Yeah.
So when I went for leg day, I'm thinking about quads, and then when I finish quads, then I think about hamstrings and calves. I know what weights I'm going to aim for because I've already looked, but it's not really what I'm focusing on when I come to the gym because it's the quads that requires me to be. Otherwise I'm going to die and I'm going to be need to be on ball for that. Right, hamstrings. One set. Warm up. 1, 2, 3.
There's a lot of resistance on the bottom, which is interesting.
4. It's a flex machine.
Yeah.
5. Yep. Okay. That'll do.
Got all this water pouring out of me.
Alright, let's see.
What's your thoughts on barbell squats? Because I don't see you do them.
Well, I didn't do them. I did them when I first started training, yeah. But I injured my hip. I had like a tear on my hip, and I had a surgery there. And after that, I was always getting pain if I squatted with the free weights. But if I did a Smith and I positioned myself, or I did a leg press, I had no pain.
Yeah.
So
you were smart.
It's not really me saying, oh, squats are no good. Dorian don't do squats because he said they're no good. I'm saying check out your own structure and how they feel for you and how they work for you. If you're Tom Platz and you squat, watch Tom Platz do a squat. His upper body's like that. Yeah. His quads are doing all the work.
Yeah.
But we're taller and we're going to lean forward. Therefore, it's going to be more on the lower back, more on the glutes. Maybe it's going to be a bit more on the hips. And I discovered that my right leg is a little bit shorter than the left leg. Not unusual, but if you put 400 or 500 pounds on your back and it's sitting on the floor, that little bit means more stress is going through that hip, and that's what happens. So just a case of me avoiding any further injury. Not saying that squats weren't good, because they weren't good for me. Yeah. Building my quads, if you look, the first 2 years of training I was squatting, and actually my legs almost a little bit ahead of my upper body. So I'm not saying they're not good, just saying for me they weren't good, because the injury risk for me personally, for my structure, wasn't worth the risk.
Yeah.
By, you know, the benefits. If you're injured and you can't train, Nothing's worth that.
I guess you were sensible and switched it up, whereas someone like Ronnie Coleman would have just carried on. And
Well, you know, it worked for him for a long time. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go to failure. When we get to a certain point of failure, I'm going to help you lift it to the top, yeah? Because when we fail positively, there will still be a little left in the negatives. So I'm going to lift to the top, you're going to hold it, bring it down, yeah? Just the negatives.
Yeah.
All right, we're going all out on this one. Squeeze it up. 1, 2, 3, 8, squeeze, 9, and again, come on. Pull. That's yours. 2 more. Come on, let's grind them up. Squeeze. And again. Squeeze. Pull up, 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 pull up. 1 more. Keep pulling, keep pulling. Real slow now. Real slow, and we're going to go to the top, yeah? Hold it. Slow. Okay. Nice. Good set, mate. Positive, negative failure. So now we're going to go to the stiff leg.
I can't bend my leg.
Where we're going to stretch from the top of the hamstrings, where this one is working more from the bottom. Everything tight. Shoulder blades back and down. Head up. Core tight. Arch the back, yeah? Keep the head up. Maximum stretch. Squeeze up. Squeeze up. It looks like, oh, it's not going down very far, yeah? But my objective
Stretch.
is stretch from here to here, yeah?
I'm the same, I can't go too
watch
low.
this. Back arch, head up. Can't go anymore.
Was there no knee bend, so you're not bending the knee at all?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I mean, you need to lock it back so it's uncomfortable, yeah? Now, I can go further, but how do I do it? Collapse the back, yeah? I'm not getting any more hamstring work out of it, and putting the back in a vulnerable position. Not necessary, yeah? Keep the spine arched like that, it can't go down anymore, and it will stretch there. So we're going to do 1 for you to feel it out, and 1 to failure. And then, my man, you're done. Okay, set it up, man. Stand up properly first. Shoulders back. Okay. Stretch your hamstrings. A little bit straighter with the legs if you can. 6. Eyes in the mirror. That'll keep your form. Eyes in the mirror. Chin up. 1 more. Okay, put it back. A little less bend on your legs if you can.
Okay.
You're kind of going down, you're squatting a bit like that as well as you're doing it. Don't need to, as I say, force the leg, you know. Just lock it with a little bend and there, keep it, huh?
It's mad how different it is. I always start off a session with one of these.
Then you'll be working your back a lot more.
Yeah.
Now you're just pure hamstring. Right, what do you want to put on there? Last set, mate. Your call. I don't know how you feel, so you tell me.
We'll put 100 on, because I want to get my form right with the straight leg.
Well, I'd rather you take less then, yeah? Put 10 kilos aside. Let me see you do it now with no weight.
So usually, I would bend a little bit, because here I feel a good stretch on my hamstring. I know I could do the same thing here, but I feel like I get a good stretch here.
Now you're bringing more glutes in, yeah?
More glutes.
Yeah. Keep it there. Now go forward. More hamstrings, yeah? You're sticking your ass out and bending your legs, so you're assisting with the glutes. It's not a bad thing, but it's a little, you know? Last set, mate, last set. You're wiped out, yeah? You hear that? It's wiped out. We've only done 50 minutes. Because it's very, very efficient and very intense. Or we could be in there 2 hours and you wouldn't probably feel wiped out, because you'd just be pumping and going through it, yeah? Keep your eyes in the mirror as well. That's going to help keep your form, yeah? As soon as you look on the floor, your back's rounding, yeah? Eyes in the mirror all time. Yeah?
But I don't want to, like, I don't want to be in this position, do I?
No. Scapula back, down. Go up. You feel a stretch, mate. You go up, yeah? You're just bending your legs and sticking your ass out to get a little bit more. And feel that fucking stretch, mate. Come on. Strong legs, finish strong. Head up. Squeeze. Yeah. Squeeze. Pull them. Yeah, feel them stretch. Feel them work. Push your feet through the floor. Squeeze, feet through the floor. Yeah, that's it. Push. And again, come on. Stretch. Squeeze. You got one. Squeeze. Okay, you're losing the grip. Good. Deadlifts are something that I don't push people to where they may lose the groove, you know, because if you get a back injury, then it's definitely not fun. So, good job, man. Mike did leg day. Yes. That's what you asked for. That's what you got. Good job, man. Well done. Broke the balls, yes.
Fucking
you did
hell.
it.
It was good. I needed that. In fact, every leg session should be like that for me. It needs. If I
Every leg session needs to be like that, unless, you know, as we discussed earlier on, you can't do this continuously. Yeah. So I'd plan 6 weeks absolute all out, and then 2 weeks lighter, higher rep, pump, not to failure, maintenance. Occasionally take a week off to recover, and then bash again.
If I was living in Marbella, I would 100% pay for Dorian to train me on legs every week. The development would be crazy.
If you do this, you're literally going to get stronger every week. People that come to train me for any period of time, they're in shock. Because literally when they come in every workout, they're like, but I look bigger and I'm stronger than last week. I'm like, yes, exactly. That's the plan. That's what should happen. Yeah. If you're going to the gym and you're working out for a month on a particular routine or whatever you're doing for a month, and there's no appreciable increase in strength or muscle mass, what's going to happen the next month? Tell you exactly that, nothing. Yeah. If you do something for a month and it's not working, what makes you think it will suddenly start working the next month? It won't. You'll just waste another month.
If you were following us, like you had your split for legs, how long would you follow it before you switch it up?
You could ask any champion bodybuilder this question, and they will give you the same answer, I believe. We do the same fucking shit day in, day out, yeah? There's nothing magic about changing your exercise. Ooh, it's changed the exercise, so I'm going to grow now. No, it just knows when it's been put under so much stress that it needs to react and needs to grow. It won't know which fucking exercise you're doing. It just knows if it's under stress. So if you've got exercises that work for you that's effective, yeah, i.e. isolation leg curl, compound stiff leg deadlift, I do this routine every time for fucking 12 years, 20 years. It doesn't matter, you don't need to change it. That's all bollocks, yeah? And that's bollocks from personal trainers that want to make money, and I've spoken to them. Yeah, we know it's not necessary to change a client's routine every month, but we do it anyway, yeah? Why do you do it? Because then they'll perceive more value, because they're getting changed every month. Although we know it's bollocks, we still do it. I don't waste time with bollocks.
Cheers, man.
Good job, man. This is what you got to do. What you saw today, duplicate this once a week, every week, the next 6 weeks, and you will grow.
Without a doubt.
Write in and tell him after 6 weeks how it's going.
Thank you very much. So that is the session done. Absolutely brutal. Pushed myself today. There was definitely a few times where I felt my breakfast coming back up, but I managed to keep it down. It just goes to show that the all-out sets, the working sets at the end, they're the ones that count. And even for me, like, you know, near the end of the set, I wanted to tap out and give up, but you just have to keep pushing and grind it out and get the extra couple of sets out. And it makes such a difference. I know for sure I'm going to be sore for the next few days after this one. I'm glad I did that. I ticked it off the bucket list. And to be honest, I would love every leg session to be like that. I would see some massive development.
Para mais vídeos assim, deixe o seu like e se inscreva no canal. VINI Wizard, o bodybuilding traduzido de graça para você.